and the egg as a composite don't have the property of having consciousness in the future, right?
No, wait, no,
Um,
they're not like saying the sperm and the egg like don't have this. They're just saying like the egg still does have the same like they would just say that the egg does have the ability to gain conscious, but just once it acquires the sperm and a whole bunch of other resources, like the mother's resources, the mother's like um, biological fluids, stuff like that.
so um, they would say that the egg has the ability to gain consciousness.
Yeah, because well, if we cash out like this entity, like if we say that an entity is valuable because of future consciousness, it would just say, yeah, look, the egg has the ability to gain consciousness only once it actually gains the sperm, though. So they're just like they're denying the idea that the fertilized egg is a different entity than the unfertilized egg. And so any future potential that you ascribe to the fertilized egg, they would also say that you have to necessarily ascribe those future potentials to the unfertilized egg as well.
Those future potentials to the unfertilized egg because they don't believe that it's something different than the zygote, just with more resources.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, well, if you have, I know it's too late. But how I would answer this question now looks like I would have to use an animalist theory of personal identity, and that would solve the issue. Because the start of the organism is going to be when the sperm hits the egg, and if you accept animalism, then the
Wait,
sperm and the egg are definitely.
yeah, but I already like I tried saying that like that's the start of an organism, and so now that we have a new organism, we can evaluate like the essential characteristics of this organism and value those. But at that, I don't even know if they were critiquing, or like I don't even know if they would even agree with science that it is a new organism. But like it doesn't even really matter for like assigning like normative value to it. They're just saying, okay, why is the fertilized egg different than the unfertilized egg in the sense that you would ascribe normative properties to it.
Yeah, well, wait. I mean, obviously, if it's an organism by scientific standards, we don't care. But when we're talking about animalism, an organism is going to be a philosophical criteria, and it's going to have normative weight to it.
Yeah.
We're saying that the organism is really just what you are.
Hold on,
So,
let me pull up the paper. Wait, can you just like give like a summary of animalism and what it entails?
so it's basically this theory of persistence and personal identity. And you know how all the cells in our body are constantly being destroyed? Eventually, actually, all of the original cells in our body will be destroyed besides some neurons we have.
Yeah.
Our
Sound like
organism stays intact by maintaining structure and functionality throughout time. Animalism is the view that maintaining this functional structure throughout time means that we are just going to be our organism. So when you're using I is referring to the organism that you are. That's what it means. Like that's just the short
well,
version of
I
what it
guess
means.
honestly I don't even think they would grant that like personhood is going to be ascribed to like um I guess like material things. So like they would say, or they could just say that personhood is just your subjective experience with the external world, and seeing as like your
Oh, I can
subjective
also
experience,
grant that. Wait,
yeah.
I can also grant that personhood is going to be when you have consciousness. Animals can also grant that.
Okay, so I guess the
We
animalist
would just
isn't
say
even
that,
sorry.
well, I mean, still, if we're looking at the start of your life as an organism, and some point you have consciousness, another point you don't have consciousness, well, we just say in the future you'd be a person.
Wait, when you say that you
Um,
have consciousness, it's like it's like you're already presupposing personhood. So we could say it will gain consciousness at some point, but until it does have consciousness, we're not even going to grant that it is a person. And if it's never been a person, or like hasn't been a person in the past, um, then there wouldn't be a reason to categorize it as a person worthy of value.
That's that's not true, right? It can still be deprived of a future, well, through my view. Um, but when you're taking the view that the egg at the time and the sperm right next to it, nothing really happens during the composition. By animalism is just going to claim that a new organism formed. That's really big, right? That's the start of once that organism gains consciousness, that's going to make up a person. We don't have that for an individual sperm or an egg. We have that for a zygote.
Yeah, but
That'd be the
okay.
difference.
Honestly, I forgot that you're using like animalism in conjunction with like the future like ours
Future
argument.
like
So I guess
ours.
yes, I guess past preferences critiques aren't gonna apply, but still, essentially, like when you say that like we're asserting some sort of like future value, then I'm not sure why we should assert the future value to the like concepted egg and not the unfertilized egg, just because like it's a new organism.
Okay,
Like science recognizes it as a new
fair enough
organism.
question. Now, what kind of things can you deprive of a future? Through like an animalist stance, when I'm looking at the sperm and the egg and I'm killing off the sperm or the egg, what future am I depriving it of? If we look at the stages of life of the sperm and the egg, they're going to be nothing except when conception happens through an animalist stance, a new organism is formed. And that organism in the future is going to gain consciousness. So the sperm and the egg are never going to have a future like ours. That's why they would never have personhood. But the zygote is going to
I think like one of the premises presupposed like the conclusion that they just wouldn't agree with. Like they're saying that the egg under like this position, that the egg actually would gain consciousness in the future. It's like when you say, okay, look,
yeah.
evaluate the sperm and evaluate
Yeah.
the
That's
egg,
going to
and then
depend on them rejecting animalism. If they accept animalism, there's no way you can claim that.
okay, wait, if you presuppose animalism in one of the premises for animalism, then yeah, animalism is going to be true. But
Wait,
I
one
don't,
of the premises for animalism?
yeah,
What does
because
that mean?
well, now we're evaluating like the we're evaluating like the properties that are gonna like bring us to the conclusion of animalism and why like a new organism is like even morally relevant. So like if we just like presuppose animalism is true, then well then yeah, animalism is gonna be true, but like, there's no reason to accept it
Wait,
anymore.
well, how? Wait. We have independent reasons for believing animalism, such as prima facie justification and the too many thinkers argument. Um, that we're accepting animalism and claiming that, right? If animalism is true, then it's also going to be true if a new organism is formed. It's going to be a different thing than the zygote and the egg.
Okay, yeah, so
I don't see how that's
wait, you're saying if
taking the
animalism is
question.
true, well, you're saying like if P then Q, and then P is just animalism is true, but like they need like justification for P though.
Wait, okay, wait. Let me just type it out because maybe I'm missing something. So here how it goes. Like animalism is true. If animalism is true, then the sperm and the egg are essentially different than the zygote. The sperm and the egg are essentially different than the zygote. I don't even know if this is true.
Okay,
Wait,
and like so why is
maybe this
animalism
is not
true?
true.
Wait, yeah, I
Why is
think
animalism
animalism
true?
is the thing in contention right now.
Oh, if it's a thing in contention, right? And essentially is wrong. Sorry. Like
Uh,
it's in all possible worlds, in all terms. But um for animalism, we have prima facie justification based on appearance. Um,
yeah, I tried the prima facie I tried the prima facie thing and like distinguishing between like organisms, the fertilized egg and then the non-fertilized egg. But I think substance wise, I think it's probably superior because like well yeah, obviously I hold the intuition, so like I'm gonna hold the intuition that is superior as well. But in argumentation, it doesn't really work well to just say that. Like I'm intuiting right now that this is a new organism.
Well, wait, you wouldn't say you intuit it's a new organism. You would say that, when I look in the mirror, I seem to see me, right? An organisms with the same biological properties, the same sociological properties, the same physiological properties as me. What else could this thing be besides me? It really
Well, I
seems
could
like it's me, not the, pinkish matter in my brain or, you know, something like
well
that.
I could give an example of like what it is or like what it could be if it's not you, the thing that you're looking at in the mirror.
Yeah. We
It
we
could,
examine those cases like immaterial souls,
yeah. So if it was
mind.
the case that like if we took your consciousness and your subjective experience and put it into a robot, and then like you looked at that thing that you were previously looking at in the mirror, obviously you wouldn't say that's you. We were just gonna say that's your like remains, like that's your body, but
Well, I
not
mean, animals
necessarily.
can even grant that it's you. I don't see the problem with that. They would just say, like, you can shrink to the size of your brain.
Wait, are you saying that your biological body is like also part of your identity?
No, I'm saying the organism is part of your identity, so of course your biological body is part of your identity.
Okay, I think I unironically disagree with that.
But if you're giving me a brain, like you take my brain out, I would just say your organism shrinks to the size of your brain and
No,
goes in a
no,
robot.
not your brain, your subjective experience.
I don't know what it means to remove subjective experience though, because
Uh,
I think that's a material thing.
I guess it is like, well, I guess it is a weird hypothetical, but like, let's say we took all your past memories, and we took your consciousness. Okay, and maybe I'm presupposing that consciousness is even capable of being removed, but like, what if we took all your memories and like uploaded them into a computer, and then the computer had sentience, um, and then like we took your memories from like Julian's body. We have
Yeah,
a new
well,
entity. We have a new entity that has like Julian's memories and like remembers everything that Julian did. And then there's another Julian like just sitting there who's like never experienced the world before. Like, which one would you say is you?
new Julian that never experienced the world before.
Oh,
Wait. I wasn't answering the question. I was kind of confused with what you're saying. But um, I'd probably say I'd be the organism, right? Not the thing who got my memories.
um, I don't know. I feel like maybe I would agree with that, but probably for different reasons. Because essentially, I just don't see why your identity is like. I don't know why your identity is correlated to your biological body.
Correlate to your biological body.
Yeah, your organism. Because like earlier you made it clear that your organism is part of your identity, and I don't know why that's the
It
case.
is your identity. It's literally what you are.
Yeah, I don't know why that's I unironically disagree with that.
Read the paper. Read the paper. Anyway,
Okay,
but
I will. I'm just
but
gonna
anyway,
read it.
like because it has the arguments that I follow in it. But you see how that if you accept a theory like that, it's going to solve the problem that you ran into earlier.
Yeah, I mean, well, if I accept the view, then yeah, I would solve the problem. But I guess we'll find out after I read the paper if I accept the view.
See, like, see, if you had read my paper before your debate today, like, you could have popped off. You could have been like, "No, this fucking disagrees with animalism. You all are fucking stupid. You don't know the theory." But I'm gonna follow up with another paper on fucking animalism and abortion because I've been waiting to do that.
But it is like a good conversation, just like off topic. I can't remember if I didn't write a paper. I think I wrote like a really really long sentence about it one time. No, I basically wrote a paper in a debate like over text. That was pretty much a paper. But yeah, essentially I was just
That's
like
crazy.
critiquing the idea that your body is like part of your identity. I basically held the position that your body is just more representative of like your metaphysical likeness, but not necessarily your identity. Like
Um.
I'll distinguish from the two.
Uh. Uh. Ill. No. 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 Sounds wrong to me.
What, the position?
Yeah, your position sounds wrong to me.
Oh, like the person I was talking to, they gave an argument of just like an expression. Well, actually, that might have been me. I might have used like an example, but yeah, the reason we correlate our body with our expression, our identity, is because we can express our identity with like our body language and like our facial expressions and stuff like that. But I don't know why it's biologically exclusive. Like, in the way that the way that I move my fingers and expression is an expression of my identity. In the view that I'm contending. But I don't know why it's also not true that like the way I spin my pen when I'm bored, I don't know why that pen wouldn't also be like part of my identity. Like I don't know why it's cellularly limited.
You mean why doesn't composition occur when you have a pen?
Yeah, why isn't that pen part of my body now? Why isn't it part of my identity?
Because composition doesn't occur.
Composition, and
And
how's composition
well,
being
and
that?
I mean, it means that there's no joining of two objects together.
Wait, there is joining of two objects.
Oh, I mean, depends on your theory of fucking, what is it called? Composition problems, the special composition problem, right? There's a few ways philosophers go. One is contact, which is what you're referring to. It says if two objects are in contact, then composition occurs. But most people reject that one. There's other theories like fusion, fastening. Kind of forgot what they say, but
Yeah,
um, you get the point.
but yeah. Even if
But
I,
also,
sorry.
what a body is referred to, a body is just referred to as, the largest thing that you have control over, right? That you can like physically control, right?
I have control over my pen, and sometimes like my leg falls asleep and I can't control it. But I mean that would just that would just mean I can control my pen more than my leg.
Well, in a direct way. Like you kind of know the sense you're talking about control, like the way you move your arm. You don't seem to have that same control over the pen. The pen is just controlled by your movements.
Wait,
But
okay.
you don't have
Uh,
like,
wait, you agree that my heart is part of my body, right?
yeah,
Okay, I cannot control whether my heart is beating or not, like directly.
true that.
Yeah, even if I can't control like my foot or something, like my toes down there, it's from a long series of process from like my cerebral cortex to my nervous system, and then eventually reaches down to my toe receptors.
Yep,
So
this is
I don't know
true.
why I don't know why the distinction, because like you're saying I do have direct control over my toe, but like if I use my toe to kick a ball, like the ball isn't part of my body, even though I am controlling the ball. So I don't know why it's like, cellularly limited.
Wait, you don't know why it's cellularly limited?
Yeah, because there's a chain of actions that leads to control over my toe. Um, but when I use this chain of action, the next and I extend it past my cells,
Yeah,
and I
well,
extend it to my
uh,
shoe.
I don't think I'd really care about the chain of action. I just care about some sort of direct control over something.
Wait, okay, the
Right?
chain of reaction was brought up in critique of like direct controlness. It's like I'm saying it actually isn't direct control. There's a long process of like from your cortex to your nervous system to your
I mean,
toe.
I don't even know if I care about that. Like, because to me, I kind of get the sense of what they're referring to when they say your body, and that's the experience I'm having right now of having some, I don't know, imminent control over my body, right?
Wait, okay,
It's
I don't
kind of
know.
feeling certain parts of your body in a direct way, and you can't feel a pen in the direct way that you feel your body in.
Wait,
It's just not possible.
if it was the case that I could feel my pen, I'm not even gonna go there. If it was the case that I can't feel my entire left leg, we'd still say that my left leg is part of my body, so that's not a necessary condition. But I also don't know why it's the case that or like if I could feel something, that doesn't necessarily mean it's part of my body, so it's not a sufficient condition either. I just don't think like feeling is a condition at all.
Well, it's not just feeling, right? It's feeling in a direct way. It's not the way you're gonna feel a pencil or a cup. It's the way you're gonna feel like have control over something.
Okay, wait, Julian,
I'm
What do you mean when you say it is in a direct way? What does that mean?
I can't even reduce it down any further. I think we all have the experience. I think
Wait,
everyone knows what I'm talking about when I talk about controlling my body or feeling my body in a direct way.
wait. Okay, so
I
like
feel like
because like even earlier in the conversation, I think I somewhat kind of like reduced it, but I gave like a series of actions and I gave it like a chain of events. But you
yeah,
disregard.
well, you can't reduce it that way. I mean, that's not what we're referring to.
Well, I have no idea what you're referring to.
You don't know what it is to feel in your body in a direct way.
Well,
I think
I just assumed that like you're using direct way in this context in the same way that you're using it as in like control your body in a direct way. So like intentions with like controlling your body in a direct way would also correlate to like feeling your body in a direct way, unless you're using that the term direct in different references here.
no, I'm using it in the same way.
Okay,
Because
then
I think if you're going just at a surface level here, I think you understand what it means to have control over yourself and lose control over parts of your body. You already mentioned that, where you don't feel them in a direct way. I think you know the distinction between feeling a cup and feeling your arm. Like those are two different things.
well, I wouldn't say I can feel a cup between like feeling my arm because like feeling a cup is just going to be me feeling like the cells in my fingertips. So I would agree with you on that. Like I can't feel a cup. I don't want to get into like a weird hypothetical where like if you touch a cup, my brain will know it. Um, I wouldn't have like sensory of a cup, but what I do want to rule out is I guess your concept of like direct control because like if you're saying it's a condition towards like being part of your body, well, it's not going to be necessary or sufficient, and I can give reasons as to why. Because like I can move my
Wait. It's going to be necessary and it's going to be sufficient.
wait. Okay, so just to be clear, like controlling an object is going to be either necessary or sufficient when evaluating whether the object is part of your body, right?
Wait, controlling an object is going to be necessary or sufficient.
Okay, so if I could control my pen, um, would
Wait,
that be
no,
sufficient?
the only necessary and sufficient condition will be feel in a direct way.
Okay, so it's not. So okay, so earlier when we were talking about like controlling, well, that just had. Wait, okay, so when I say that controlling an object isn't like a condition at all, you'd agree with that, right? Since we're only talking about feelings now.
Yeah, feeling, well, honestly, feeling, um, part of feeling is controlling. I was just kind of trying to give a verbal description of what I meant, but sure.
Okay. Okay, so is it so feeling an object when we're evaluating whether the object is part of your body or not? Is it going to be necessary or sufficient? Which one?
Necessary are sufficient. It's necessary and sufficient.
Okay, so if it's necessary, um, then without this condition, it wouldn't be part of your body, right?
Yes.
Okay, so wait, obviously, I feel like at this point, you know where I'm going. Like I could just like I could get paralysis, and then like I wouldn't feel my leg.
Okay.
So if
mean,
it's a
I don't
necessary
think that
condition,
poses any threat against my view. Just
wait,
would
if
say
it's
your
a
leg is not
necessary
part of your
condition,
body
then
anymore.
I just ruled out the necessary condition. So wait, are you saying like if I got paralysis, then my leg isn't part of my body?
No, it's not.
It's not. Wow. Yeah, I think most people would just cash out body as like different than this.
Well, yeah, the term body is highly debated, but if you look into the other definitions of what people refer to by body, they're also going to have problems. That's
Okay,
like,
no, that's actually so true. I can't even contend with that. Here, give me a second. Let me think of another argument. Um, okay, so it's not pretty body if it's
in fact, the writer for this animalist argument's like, I'm not even going to fucking try and define body any different. I'm just going to admit there's tons of interpretations of this and use one.
okay. So if it was possible to like um neurologically connect like a wire to the back of your head, and then also connect it to a washing machine, and then because of this, like everyone who touches the washer machine, you're gonna get like an electric pulse, and you're gonna be able to feel it. So you can feel the washing machine in the back of your head in the same way that you can feel like your hand. Like, would that washing machine be now part of your body?
It wouldn't be part of your body.
It wouldn't
But
be.
I don't know what it means to feel this washing machine in a direct way, like you feel your body. Like,
Essentially, we mechanically imitated the sensory phenomena.
oh, so you like mechanically, and is this a genuine metaphysical possibility?
Um, I don't see a logical like contradiction.
Oh, I don't mean just not. I don't take something not being a logical contradiction to mean a metaphysical possibility.
Yeah, I don't know what
Because,
possibility means if not like independent of contradictions.
like, okay, I could say, for example, like, fucking, there's no contradiction in God. But if I were to say God is metaphysically possible, then I would just say that by the S5 axiom, then God exists. And I think that's an absurdity to say God exists simply because there's no logical contradiction in his nature.
Wait, I'm not saying that it's necessarily like um I'm not saying that like it is the case that you can do this. But I'm just saying that it is possible. Like it might be possible in the future.
Well, I would probably would just reject this hypothetical then. Not reject the hypothetical, but say that there's no genuine metaphysical possibility. So why am I considering this?
Yeah. I guess if I go outside the realm of like metaphysical possibility, then like you accepting the reductio wouldn't even be like you accepting the
That
analogy wouldn't even
meaningful?
be a reductio. So yeah. Hold on.
It wouldn't be meaningful to me, at least, honestly.
Yeah.
Saying.
Yeah, honestly, I think what's all different for me is like saying that if you got paralysis, then you can't feel your leg, then you have no sensory experience of your leg, then it's
Go
not part of
eat
your body.
dirt, eat dirt if you think that's a critique.
No, I do, because like honestly, I was sitting because I do track practice. So, like when I came home, I sat down on my leg. I just sat there like on my phone for a while, and then when I got up, I literally couldn't feel my foot. Like I literally could not feel my foot. I still say that my foot was part of my body.
I wonder, I don't know if there are any solutions. Maybe. I haven't read any further about what people define as body that much. But I just know how I refer to it. Um, but doesn't seem to be a huge problem for like animalism, to be honest. Um, maybe a little bit of a problem, but I think animalism still feels pretty strong. We have some ambiguity of what body means. Yeah, Mason did not join. You bringing this into Mason's server did not help.
Dang, I swear, he's usually up around this time.
Can you just tag him and call him a Jew?
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, you know who ran the same argument against me as they ran against you? Fucking Synth. He
Since
ran the same exact argument
dude, I'm
against me.
telling you, we got a bunch of no, okay, no, they're not synth clones. They're all got to be collectively ask yourself clones.
No, like the same argument repeated over and over again. And to be honest, Bunked ran it against me as well.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely like it's got to be like some sort of chronic illness at this point. To ask yourself, you have ask yourself idism. I'm sorry, I'm
And it's
diagnosing
not
you with
even
like
good. It's not even good. It's just preying on people who don't know, who don't have a like standard theory of persistence to back their argument up.
yeah.
Like
Oh, you know what? You know who else used to run the argument? Unironically,
who?
freaking Zombie when she was pro-choice, man. She ran the argument.
Fuck Sanvi. Fuck
I'm not gonna.
Sanvi.
I feel like it tripped me up in the beginning, like when I first came around it. Then I feel like I swear I feel like I had a solution to it, and then I had a brain fart, and it's not coming back.
Yeah, I would love the critiques they have of animalism. Just would love them.
How did you come across animalism?
Oh my god. Who was it? Oh, I think I know. I think it was Pup Thesis who brought it up, and I'm like, what's that?
Oh, no, that guy's the goat. I love
I
that
think
guy.
that's the first time I've ever heard it.
At first, like when you said pup, like the image that came into my head, like when I heard of pup, and then somebody who kind of knows philosophy was, I was thinking, what's that guy's name? What is his name? Hold on, give me a second. It's gonna come to me. Freaking Muffin Pop, dude. I thought,
Oh, Muffin Puff.
yeah, I
Muffin Puff
cringed
does
so.
not know Phil. Be real, Lucario. Muffin Puff does not know Phil.
No, okay, yeah, you're so true. That's so true. I talked to him in Josh's server. I lost brain cells. This guy does not know anything.
Yeah. Don't compare him to the actual Ice. Don't compare him. Shut. I can't even speak. Holy fuck. Don't compare him to the actual Isaac. That guy's actually smart.
Yeah. We got
Um,
Muffin Pup, mix it up with like Pup Thesis. And Pup Thesis's name is Isaac. But then usually when I think of Isaac in philosophy, I think of Ask Yourself, because that's his name.
I was like, Glock is like debate this guy on theism, debate this guy on theism, debate Isaac on theism. I thought all this time she was talking about Pup Thesis. She was talking about fucking Ask Yourself.
Oh, yeah, I don't know why. Like Glock starts using casual names. Like just say Ask
Yeah,
Yourself. We know who he is. We don't know
but
the background.
apparently someone told me if I had any chance of winning to him, I better choose theism because the only place where I might know more.
Yeah. Oh, I saw your
Oh,
debate
you can
with
just. Oh, what debate?
Cease to Know, and like, was it Edith who was helping him out?
Yeah, Edith.
Oh yeah, that was a good debate.
Get dunked on C's.
Yeah, that is so
More
true.
father.
You did.
More father for Julian.
Oh wait, the video.
Yeah, we should just we me, you, and Mason should just run theism. Let's get over this fucking blah 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 FLO crap and let's just argue Christianity.
Oh yeah, become like become a theocracy. Just advocate for total Christian takeover.
Why? No, I think it's so stupid how people are like separate the church and state and they don't even know what it means. Like it doesn't mean we can't vote with our religious fucking system. I
Like
was
I
trying to explain that to the two retarded sisters. I forgot their name. I'm alive.
oh Brizaza 1 and 2.
Yeah, Bree retard, and Bree retard. Yeah, I was trying to explain to them that they couldn't track.
Yeah. Okay, but wait,
I
I
can't believe
uploaded
Mason's
the video.
fucking ditching
Here, I'll
us.
send
This is
it to you.
crazy. Oh, should I?